Cooking with Cookie, baby. We back with a special one today. One of my favorite. What are we cooking today, Cookie? We've got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that we're going to braise down with some root vegetables and red wine. If you're cooking for your girlfriend, she's going to think you've been slaving all day over the stove, but that's not true. First thing we're going to do, we got our Dutch oven here. We've got 2 strips of bacon. Now they say butter makes everything better, but I say bacon makes everything better. We're going to go in with this bacon. Hear that little sizzle? What we're doing here is we're going to make some grease to brown our chicken thighs in. And I'm going to tell you, the smokiness from this bacon is just going to set this dish on fire. It's just going to add that nice smokiness to these braised chicken thighs. Got a nice coat of bacon grease on the bottom. We're going to brown our chicken thighs. I've seasoned my chicken thighs with a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some Cajun seasoning. So we've got the first batch of chicken there. Got a couple extra pieces, but I don't want to crowd my pan. This chicken will, when it starts browning off, it's going to release some moisture, and I don't want to boil the chicken. A couple pieces in, and then we're going to take them out, and we'll finish the second batch. Now it's time to go in with our root vegetables. We've got some celery, we've got some onion there, a little bit of bell pepper. Woo, baby, here we go. Some nice carrots. That garlic, when it hits that bacon grease and that chicken grease. And we've also got, just for a little bit of heat, we've got 1 serrano pepper. I took the seeds out of it because I don't want to fire it up too much. This is just to give it a nice little tingle on the backside. I'm going to go right in that pan right there. And so I'm going to add just a little bit of seasoning, very simple seasonings for this dish because the wine is really going to bring out the flavor. Pink Himalayan salt, black pepper. See them starting to char a little bit. I've got 2 tablespoons of flour. What I'm going to do is just sprinkle that flour. This flour is just a little bit of a thickening agent. This is a French dish. You know, the French do a lot of cooking with wine. You can see that nice little brown caramelization on all the vegetables and that flour. We're just going to push this all the way over to the side, just like this in our pan. Lay our chicken thighs right back into this Dutch oven. We're going to spread these root vegetables right over the top. We've got this good chicken juice. We definitely want to put all that back in there. Look at that steam coming up. Get excited about that. We want to bring it back just to the grease and let that cook down. Let it come right back to the grease. That's what's popping. It's searing a little bit on the bottom. So now comes Cookie's favorite part, deglazing and adding the wine. We got my nice JLR Cabernet. This is Cookie's go-to wine. This is what I drink at home at night. The favorite part. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. What a beautiful sight. I've used maybe about 1/4 of this bottle in there. You don't want to use too much. I tell you, as that alcohol is cooking off, it's marrying in with that, all those vegetables, that onion. And I'm going to tell you what, garlic, wine hitting garlic that has just been seared off, it creates a smell that is just undescribable. And I just love catching the fumes. Ooh, let me give me a cup of this. Ooh. Now I've been smelling for the alcohol to kind of cook off of the wine, and once you actually start smelling the dish again. Add a little bit of bone broth. I just want to bring the liquid level up to the level of the chicken and the dish. These vegetables are still going to make a little bit more liquid when we put it in the oven. We're going to put a top on this. We're going to bring it to just a little bit of a simmer right before we put it in the oven. It'll just save you a little bit of oven time. We're going to go about 325. We're going to put it in for 1 hour. And at 1 hour, we've still got a few more ingredients that we're going to add. White pearl onions are going to add a beautiful flavor to that dish. They're small and round. I don't put them in there while it's braising off because I don't want them to cook to mush. Add some oil to this pan. And we're going to go ahead and add our pearl onions. Beautiful. Look at that nice toasted color they're getting. And again, we don't want to cook these through and through. We just want to get that nice sear on them. And they're going to sit in that dish, back in the oven for about 1 hour. And they'll still keep their consistency if you don't cook them all the way to nothing. So I've got just a little bit of kosher salt to season up. That's what I want to see right there. Nice caramelized color. I'll give you a little hint. These onions came right out of the freezer. Don't want them to cook on the inside right now. I just want to get that nice caramelized color on the outside, and I want them to hold their consistency and their shape once they've been in the dish for 1 hour. Right at the end, you remember those mushrooms. We've got the oyster mushrooms. It's going to go in the top right here. And we've got the shiitake mushrooms. Going to go right in there just like that. We're going to let those sit. We don't want to cook the mushrooms down very much. They're just going to get a little bit tender, and we're going to add this to the dish after it's been in there for 1 hour. Baby, that is a beautiful dish. Where you at, Candy? She's back there hollering, Cookie, I'm in love. A little French dish tonight. I might get me a French kiss, baby. Come here, Candy. Over the top of this chicken we go. Go right into this. Kind of spread them around a little bit. Get it right over the top. We want these onions just kind of want to sink down into that gravy. Remember that bacon that we rendered down to start this whole dish off? Well, here we go. Right over the top, we've got our green onions. I'm going to lay these green onions. So I'm going to add probably just another ounce or two of liquid. Again, we don't want too much. We're going to go back in the oven, 325, 45 more minutes. The finished product. Braised chicken thighs and red wine with these nice root vegetables and some pearl onions. Remember that sourdough bread from the farmer's market a few weeks ago? We sliced it up, froze it in the freezer. Take it out, put some butter on it, toast it. It's just like we just bought it yesterday. Let's get into this. Look how tender this is. A little green onion with that. That's amazing. Remember those pearl onions? We said we want them to hold their consistency and their shape. Look at that. It just bursts in your mouth, give you that sweet little onion taste. That gravy is so rich. Look at that beautiful brownish burgundy gravy. One of my favorites. You saw how easy it was. I mean, this is a gourmet meal. We're only here because you like and subscribe. We love you. We'll see you next time on Cooking with Cookie, baby.
But yet, yo.